Someone called the cops on Jesus. Welcome back to Bible Bears, everyone. I'm Ryder Cullison. So there is a great sculpture created by a man named Timothy Schmaltz. He created this sculpture back in 2013. It's a homeless Jesus. Why did he create it? Because he said, look, Jesus is always portrayed as this perfect looking Renaissance figure, blue eyes, long flowing hair. But he wanted a Jesus that resonated with the marginalized population. Jesus, after all, dined with the beggars and the outcasts. So he created a homeless Jesus. Now there are 40 of these homeless Jesuses all around the world. One of the statues was recently installed outside St. Barnabas Episcopal Church in Bay Village. That's in Ohio. Why was it installed there? To raise awareness about homelessness. It was there 20 minutes before the police showed up, and the pastor of the church is talking to a police officer about it. Someone within 20 minutes of the statue being installed called the cops on homeless Jesus, because this is actually, at least from a distance, a pretty realistic statue. People think it's a homeless person laying on a park bench. So I'm hoping that the person called about homeless Jesus because they were scared or worried, concerned for the homeless person. But I think it would be a little bit ironic if the person called the cops on homeless Jesus to shoo the homeless man off the bench. Because homeless Jesus is there to raise awareness about homelessness, and how what Jesus would have done was reached out to those who are marginalized. He would have reached out to the outcasts, the tax collectors, the prostitutes, the beggars. I don't know that he would have called the authorities on them. Do you see the irony here? We have a symbol of raising awareness for homelessness, and yet somebody called the cops on them. Now, maybe they were concerned, but if you got close enough to the statue and actually examined it, you would see pretty quickly that it's made of bronze. Now, I'm not saying it hasn't fooled other people, but that's from a distance. If you get near enough, you know it's not a real person. This is actually a good thing, this story, because it raises awareness about the statue. This statue was first created, as I mentioned, in 2013. I've never heard of it. And it's all around the world. It was first put at Regis College in Toronto. There's one in DC. This statue in front of St. Barnabas is going to be moved all around Cleveland to raise awareness about homelessness. There's a model of a statue that was taken to Rome. Here's the picture of the Pope with the statue. So this statue and its iterations are making its round, and a lot of people, it's touching a lot of people's lives. Some people have left flowers at it. Some people have posed with it. It's a great thing. Calling the cops on it, I don't want to judge those people. Maybe they really had a legitimate concern. A lot of homeless people may have mental disorders. Maybe they thought law enforcement was the right way to go. But we can also handle this thing, homelessness, perhaps more tactfully. I don't know how the cops are going to respond to a homeless person. If they showed up, they may have shooed him away. Where was that homeless person going to go? Maybe they felt, being outside of church, they could get some money or a sandwich or a cup of soup. I don't know. The point is, the statue is there to raise awareness about homelessness, not to raise awareness that homelessness exists, but to encourage you to reach out to the homeless, to love on them, to feed them, to provide for their needs, not to call the cops on them. Do you understand what I'm saying? We all know homelessness exists already. The point of the statue is that Jesus reached out to these people. He is an example of how we should reach out to them. Cops might be a good way to go. It may not be the right way to go. Maybe if you're scared, just walk by, hand them a sandwich, and keep going. Try to provide for their needs, even if it's some change. Listen, guys, I'm not trying to be judgmental. I'm not trying to be a hypocrite. But just remember, those who are in need aren't necessarily lazy or drug addicts. Sometimes they've just fallen on hard times. And it's not just one person. Sometimes there are whole families living on the street. So, as cliche as it sounds, what would Jesus do? We see Jesus in that statue. Let's let other people see Jesus in us when we provide for their needs. Guys, as always, thank you for watching. If you like this video, give me a thumbs up, click share and subscribe, and that bell notification so you will be alerted when I post new videos. As always, I love you, and have a blessed day.